First Celebrations is an organization I started 30 years ago to apply the arts, the inspirational power of the arts to engage community on environmental issues. Actually use the arts as a way of mobilizing community to impact change. We've always operated really as a very small community-based organization. Trying to do these projects that really have been built by the community. Whatever happens, even on the local level now, wasn't just seen as, oh, I'm impacting my own neighborhood. People are looking at these climate solutions in terms of, the global impact. We began to recognize the community gardens after Hurricane Sandy for their ability to absorb the floodwaters, basically mitigating climate impacts, but also as a way of recognizing their importance in sequestering carbon within the urban environment, as well as developing all these other green infrastructure solutions and organic, sustainable agriculture. Nobody was really looking at it, sort of connecting the dots of all, people are looking at the gardens or they're looking at the waterfront, but they're not really seeing it as a sustainable, cohesive urban plan that's really grassroots generated. Once I could see that vision, I just knew that I had to create a new pageant that would mobilize and engage the community. We organized the first pageant and had workshops that went on for many months, bringing in climate scientists, bringing in environmental experts who could explain the issues, and then had people work with artists developing visual art, puppets, costumes, and performances, having artists partner with different community groups. The pageant developed with 20 sites and enacted over 4 to 5 hours, going to 12 different gardens, each site celebrating a different climate solution that was being developed within the site. So that included everything from composting to permaculture, vertical gardening, to bioswales and solar microgrids.
I am this earth, the world, I am this dance.
Sometimes you can't find the fire, but I see it in you, and we're gonna walk.
We can't lose the precious pollination. Oh, you need to keep the sweet honeybees here.
It was a whole way of engaging people differently on what these issues were, and then also being able to communicate those issues to a wider group of people through the pageant. Not just sort of present exhibitions about issues, but actually use the arts as a way of mobilizing community to impact change. People started recognizing that this was a very unusual way of approaching organizing, but that we had obviously proven that in a city where real estate interests rule, that low-income communities had prevailed. That in the end we were able to change the narrative of how this struggle was perceived and get the kind of change that was needed.
They don't really care about us. What you do?
They don't really care about us.
essentially doing community organizing, except our approach to the organizing was through the arts and engaging people to exploring these issues, by creating performances, by creating visual art. If you had just what would be called a protest, maybe you'd get activists involved, but you wouldn't get the sort of larger, diverse group of the community. If we combine what each of us can do, together we are so much more powerful in terms of what we can accomplish.